Welcome, Cancer. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is a lover reading. We'll take a look at current situation, influences around that, focused on relationships. This is for end of November. Well, we're at the end of November through the end of the year. So we'll get started. I'm using the Delusion Tarot today for the reading. If clarifying is needed, I have the After Tarot handy. So here we'll go just a sec. Okay, what do our Cancers need to know for love? Current situation, please. 8 of Pentacles, past influence. Whoa, I got 2 cards there. I'm going to leave them both. Knight of Pentacles and the Star, present influence. Ace of Swords. Okay, well, what is negative? Queen of Pentacles, positive. 3 of Pentacles, what you don't see. The World, what to look for. 8 of Swords. Okay. Unexpected, please. King of Swords, challenge. Ace of Wands. Future influence. 10 of Swords. Outcome. 7 of Pentacles. Where does this lead? King of Wands. The Hierophant. And Judgment. Do you feel like there's a commitment coming in? 10 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you could already be in a relationship here. I'm just looking at the cards. I feel like there might be something started, but this is definitely like the goal here. Some of you are maybe seeing someone, just started seeing someone, someone maybe in the background that haven't really picked up steam with. But the 8 of Pentacles in your current situation is really about focusing on this, like really working on, I mean, it could be yourself or the relationship, so if you're not in a relationship yet, this is you doing the work to get there, to be in a relationship, because the ultimate dream is the 10 of Cups. And I feel like that this is the work you're doing. The 8 of Pentacles is all about focus and mastering a skill. So when I look at it, and where you're at, you're really trying to make something almost perfect. Like, I want this to be perfect. I'm really gonna, and you focus on it until you get it done. So that's kind of where you're at right now. This is not getting it done, but in the midst of getting it done, doing the work that's needed. So in your past, I did pull 2 cards. I got the Knight of Pentacles and the Star. There is a feeling like in the past that you had certain goals you wanted to reach Star, your desires, your dreams, your wishes. It's kind of like the ultimate. The Stars, also, you feel like you're kind of headed in the right direction. The Knight of Pentacles, though, says that things were just not moving. Like, they were moving really slow. Not that things weren't happening, but things were definitely feeling like they weren't. Sometimes, like with that Knight of Pentacles energy, I also think of, and especially coupled with the Star, it feels like it's not necessarily the work you're doing, or a relationship growing. It's the work that the divine is doing. And you don't necessarily see it, but it's happening. So you don't even know it's happening. And then because it's not, you don't see any kind of, you don't feel like anything's happening at all because you're not seeing anything out of it. It's slow, and it has to be sometimes. to put everything in the right place to make things happen. Sometimes that takes a little while. So that's what was happening in the past. The present influence, though, is you are becoming very clear on, I think, a lot of things. I'm going to pull clarifier on the Ace of Swords, like what it is. I feel like it could be on a specific situation. It also could be just clear on how you want to move forward or what you want in your life. But it's like that, or a bright idea of what to do next. Those type of energies are the Ace of Swords. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, please. What is this newfound knowledge? Ten of Wands, the Lovers, and Six of Wands. Yeah, they're the newfound knowledge is that sometimes things are hard, Ten of Wands, but you do reach goals with the Ten of Wands. It's the end. And I feel like there is definitely, I feel like the end isn't the end of a situation as far as romantic. I feel like the romantic piece is beginning. There's been recognition here. I think you understand either what's happening in a current relationship or where you want to go next or how you want to move forward in a existing relationship or a relationship that you would like to see ignite. And that's all knowledge. So your negative, and this might just get in your way a little bit, is the Queen of Pentacles. Now this doesn't have to be male or female, but I feel like what it is you have certain very high expectations, and I think that's okay. The problem is that sometimes when we have these high expectations, there's no wiggle room. And in some cases that's good. Like you have to have, when you're searching for somebody or looking for a life partner, you have to say, okay, these are the things I can't have. It absolutely, no, this won't work. And these are the things that I have to have, otherwise it won't work. What are you willing to negotiate with? And this feels to me like you may be in a non-negotiating part of your life right now where it's, I need it all. And it's not really realistic as far as just people go. We're all a little bit different. And you'll find that when you meet someone that gets those musts and that you love, there's certain things that aren't as important. However, I will say too, like when you're in the dating, if something little is bothering you, that might be kind of big, right? Because, when you really care about someone or someone means a lot to you, the little things don't affect you as much. You may notice them, but it's not like irritating or that kind of thing. The Three of Pentacles is in the positive. So I feel like if there is someone that you're looking at or seeing, you definitely bring out the good in each other. You enhance each other, you encourage each other to grow, do better. Even if you're a little bit opposite, you still attract, because instead of any kind of, oh, you shouldn't do that, there's this, oh, like, wow, that's cool. Or, there's conversations and there's discussion and, learning about each other and growing from that. That's what I feel like is happening in your positive. What you don't see is the world. I feel like this is you in a point where you don't realize that you're really at a point in your life where, this is a lot of you, where you have done a lot, you've accomplished a lot. And whether it's work on yourself, whether it's in your career, job, your home, personally, spiritually, you've accomplished a lot. And you're at a point where you do have the wiggle room. And I think you don't realize that. And when I say that, it's going back to that Queen of Pentacles in your negative, is you have the ability to move to say, yeah, no, I thought that in some cases I really didn't like this type of behavior, but with this person, it's different. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't feel derogatory, those kind of things that maybe in a past relationship someone was just plain out mean, and it did feel derogatory, and little things. So this is kind of like that change where you've grown and you've become you're at a point now where you go, oh, okay, like, I mean, I'm comfortable with who I am. I've accomplished a lot. You you don't see it, but I feel like it needs to be pointed out to you. However, I do feel like you feel it. You're getting much more self confident. It feels good. So the Eight of Swords is in what to look for. Be careful about putting yourself in a box. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in a box. And again, I'm going to go back to that Queen of Pentacles. Know that there may be things that you don't even realize that may actually be good for you. Don't put yourself in a position too, though, where you can't move forward. I don't think that's happening in this situation, but there's some interesting cards here too. But don't put yourself in a box. Don't put limits on you. Don't put limits on the situation. This isn't about getting stuck on someone. This is about putting limits and putting yourself with barriers around you to not be able to move forward or move up or grow. Your challenge is the King of Swords. I'm going to clarify this King of Swords here in your challenge, because sometimes I worry about that. Like the challenge may be to make sure that you speak up, but with the King of Swords, it's more importantly not only being articulate, but it's also important with the King of Swords to the challenge the unexpected is that you find the focus, that you know exactly where you want to go and how much energy you want to give something. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Temperance, Page of Swords, and King of Wands. Yeah, I have the Page of Swords. It's almost like an energy of balancing between, I want to say, the air and the fire, because it's the King of Wands here. But unexpectedly, I feel like there's some kind of energy, emotional balance happening and it comes from the work you're doing. That Page of Swords works hard. They do. They're very specific, and that's the King of Swords too. Like the King of Swords is a more mature than the Page, and the Page is in learning mode, but the he's looking right at the King of Wands. So I think unexpectedly there could be an energy that comes in. I'm getting a little bit mixed up here, and I'll tell you why. I've got the unexpected, the King of Swords. I've got Ace of Wands in your challenge, and I got King of Wands in the outcome. So there is this fighting energy of personality. So there could be either unexpectedly you may I think unexpectedly you become very driven. Yes. And driven in the sense that, though I feel like with the Temperance there is like a balance of, I want to make sure that I'm looking at everything. And then the King of Wands, also the passion coming in, because I think that's what the Ace of Wands is. It's the challenge of really digging into something that's going to be very passionate for you as well. And but I think with that King of Swords, yeah, it's having direction, knowing exactly where you want to go. The Ace of Wands, okay, is in your challenge, and I feel like that is like, okay, the Ace of Wands is all about, I think the challenge is not going too fast. I'm going to take that back. It's not going too fast. You don't want to jump all in right away, not because it's a wrong situation, but because the faster you push it along, the newness goes away. It's like, keep that newness for a while. Going too fast also may not allow you to see all of the things. And I think that is kind of the King of Swords too. You're like, this is exactly what I want. I'm going to go for it. But the Ace of Wands, the challenge of slowing back, slowing down, Not that you can't move forward, just don't go all in immediately. In other words, you start dating and 2 weeks later you're living together, that kind of thing. Take your time a little bit with this. Enjoy the newness, enjoy that part of the relationship, because that's the fun part of the relationship. They're all fun, but there's different levels, right? The Ten of Swords is in your future influence, and I am going to clarify what this is about. What is ending here? Because it goes to the King of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Judgment. I do feel like there's a commitment going to be coming in by the end of the year, for sure, with that Hierophant. And I do feel like with the King of Wands, things kind of speed up a little bit. And I think that's what the energy I'm looking at here, the difference. I was thinking, is it a different person? I don't think so. So what is the Ten of Swords? What's ending? Because then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the outcome. That's like, you'll know if this is working. You'll know if you're getting what you expect and the work you're putting in. The Seven of Pentacles is the juice worth the squeeze, I've heard people say, but it's being patient, taking the time to take care of something, and do you get your crop or not? And then you learn from that. So like, let's say 1 year, I use the crop as an example, because it takes that energy of fertilizing it, watering it. But it's also like, okay, first year, we got a crop, but it wasn't really very big. What can we do next year? So it's also a learning lesson. Or that didn't work at all. We got to mix it up completely. So it's getting to a point. The Seven of Pentacles is the action of that. It's not the end of that. It's the action of that. Okay, so what is the Ten of Swords? So I do feel like that's happening. Page of Cups, Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles, I feel like you may be going straight into like, I feel like what's over, I feel like you're going to go like straight to like I said, date 2 weeks and live together. That's what I'm getting the feeling. Because I feel like with the Page of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and then the Two of Pentacles, I feel like there may be like the romance piece is over. And not that the romance is over. The beginning of it. The page is young. Remember, it's the beginning of it. It's not the knight, it's the page. And you're leaning into a more balanced part of the relationship. So I feel like what is ending is the newness, the beginning. And then you're leading into a more, with the Seven of Pentacles, now the work begins, basically. And it's not that it's bad work. It's just to make a relationship last past that beginning point, there's work. You maybe not 100% of the day, every day, but every day to some degree or another. It leads to the King of Wands, which I do feel like there is definitely passion happening here. That feels good. There feels to be some excitement. I also feel like it could be a little bit rushed because Wands they're doers. They move forward. They if they are moved back, it's because they were pushed backwards. They don't do that on purpose. They move forward. Almost sometimes too quick in some cases, but I'm not going to say that this is too quick or not, but there is some action moving forward. There's a lot of fire. If there's fire, if this person that you're with is a fire sign, which would be Sag, Leo, Aries, then that could be what it is too, or they have a lot of fire in their chart because they're taking off. I feel like it's good though. I feel like it's positive because I do feel like with the Hierophant, there is a commitment coming by, I would say by the end of the year, at latest the beginning of the next year. How that looks to you, it could, all of our commitments are different. It's committing to working together. It's committing to marriage. It's committing to, it's just us two, no seeing anyone else. It could be, but it is a commitment coming in. Judgment is here too. I feel like that comes after, and I feel like that's the revitalization. Once you make that commitment, I almost feel like you're revitalized again. So if it feels like it might be slowing down here in the middle of the month, like things start settling in, it picks up at the end of the year. And then I feel like into the new year, you're feeling a lot more revitalized and excited. And it feels really good. It feels good. So let's see, advice for our Cancers. This feels really good. Cancer. Four of Wands. Celebrate every moment. Like the Four of Wands is about celebration. It's a beautiful card. About celebration. I feel like it's just saying enjoy the now, enjoy every day, enjoy this whole journey that you're going on, especially for those of you who resonate with this reading. It's like awesome, really enjoy it. 3 cards please to end the reading. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. I like that a lot. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. I want this card. The Magician. A new beginning that's solid. Ace of Pentacles is all about solid, rooted, new beginnings. The 2 of Wands is about navigating how to move forward, where to go next, mapping things out, getting that done. So I feel like you're kind of in that. If you're not in that part of it right now, you will be. And then the Magician, understanding you can do anything you want to do. And I feel like you will feel like you have more power than ever before within your own self. I don't think it's anything to do with power in the relationship. I think it's just power within yourself, more self-confidence, more realization that I can get this done. This can be a good thing. This can be positive, and this is how we can make it positive. So I definitely feel like that energy is upon you. Really good reading, Cancer. I hope you liked it. Please give me the thumbs up. Take care and have a beautiful day.